You can let it go, yeah. So we're gonna move towards the food, but this way he learns or acknowledge the food there. Right, not yet, not yet. There we go, right here. So we're gonna help him to ignore the food on the floor, but we're gonna offer him something in return.
Also wir helfen ihm jetzt dabei, das Essen
Mr.
auf
Richie.
dem Boden zu ignorieren, aber wir geben
Mr.
ihm natürlich
Richie?
was Neues in die Nase.
So that food, so you see it? So that way he ignores the food on the floor because he's gonna receive something in return. Please welcome Alexandra and her dog Richie. Hi, Alexandra.
Hi.
Hallo,
are you?
hallo.
So Richie loves food
Also liebt Essen, oder wie?
from everywhere.
Er ist ein kleiner Staubsauger.
Ein Staubsauger. Also he eats everything.
Okay, let's
Everywhere.
see. Let's see what you're talking about and how you communicate.
So, wir gucken uns das mal an, über was du sprichst und wie ihr miteinander kommuniziert.
But don't let it eat it.
Also gehen wir mit ihm aufs Essen zu, aber nicht essen
Yeah,
lassen.
I want to see how she established a rule.
Aber nicht essen lassen.
Okay, all right. Let's go back. So you have to pull. All right.
Also du
Let's-
ziehst dann immer an der Leine, wenn das passiert.
So it's the nose of a dog. We got to. Can I?
So, wir testen das jetzt mal. Kommt
Yeah.
noch mal ein zweiter
All right, so
Futternapf dazu.
let's do it Richie's way. All right, Mr. Richie. So we're gonna. You can let it go. Yeah. So we're gonna move towards the food, but this way he learns or acknowledge the food there. Right, not yet, not yet. There we go, right here. So we're gonna help him to ignore the food on the floor, but we're gonna offer him something in return.
Also wir helfen ihm jetzt dabei, das Essen
Mr.
auf
Richie.
dem Boden zu ignorieren, aber wir geben
Mr.
ihm natürlich
Richie?
was Neues in die Nase.
So that food, so you see it? So that way he ignores the food on the floor because he's gonna receive something in return.
Weil er weiß, er kriegt ja auch was als Belohnung, ignoriert er jetzt das Essen da auf dem
Right?
Boden.
Mr. Richie? Here is your reward. So no tension on the leash. Food is right there. Mr. Richie has learned to ignore the food.
Also,
Yes?
ja, kein Zug auf der
Good job,
Leine.
Mr. Richie. Good job.
Gut
Very
gemacht.
good. Right? Mr. Richie, let's go. Right? No tension on the leash. Look. There you go. So he sees the food, but he knows to ignore it. Good job, Mr. Richie.
So,
Mr. Richie, I like it. Look, one more time. Mr. Richie, come on, let's go. Just don't look at the food. Very good. Look at all the space that he does. So that's boundary. So it's a rule and a boundary at the same time. When they know they're not supposed to touch the food, they give it space.
das ist jetzt eine Regel und eine Grenze, die wir gerade aufgezeigt haben. Also er weiß, er darf sich anfassen, also gibt er da auch ein bisschen Platz.
Mr. Richie, this way.
Mr. Richie, da lang.
Mr. Richie? Mr. Richie, sits. Very good. Then we're going to move in that direction. There you go. Beautiful. Look. But he didn't went to it.
Ja, er wollte,
That's good.
aber er hat es nicht gemacht.
Very good. Good job. Good. Good job, Mr. Richie. That's fine.
Sehr gut.
Good. You got
Vielen
it?
Dank an
That's good, right? Good time. Thank you.
Thank
Richie, Alexandra.
Alexander, Mr. Richie.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Tschüss.
All right. You noticed that when Alexandra and Mr. Richie passed by the food, Mr. Richie went to the food and Alexandra pulled back. And so a lot of people start going, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, right?
Und viele-
Nine, right? But that's not how the dog is going to understand it. Because it's his nose who's smelling the food, not his ears. Plus the human puts tension, which only makes the dog pull more. Can you imagine horse people? Come here!
Jetzt stellt euch das mal wieder
Come here!
mit Pferden vor.
There's
Genau
no way in the
so.
world you're going to move the horse.
Das Pferd
No
wird
way.
sich keinen Meter bewegen.
It has to be a feeling of calmness and understanding what you're looking for.
Hey guys, in the next video, I am in Innsbruck, Austria with Alexandra and Richie. This is very tricky, okay? Because this is a redirection technique. Again, never forget that your energy is way more important than your strategy, right? The strategy part or the technique part or these intellectual ways that the human invents are good, but you also have to know when can you apply redirection versus are you using food the wrong way? Because you can use food the wrong way. And so Richie is very food driven, right? So some dogs are very toy driven, very food driven, very people driven, very work driven, and so they're driven. Their drives is very little, right? But once you find what drives a dog, normally that's what inspires a dog. Normally that's what motivates a dog. Normally that's how you can convince a dog quicker. But at the same time, I need you to pay attention. The way you redirect the dog and then you pay the food is very important, because the dogs that I want to bring into life is not so much the working type dog. Those are good if you go into a trial. Those are good if you go into a competition. The mind is very fixated. The mind is very excited. And a lot of times people with their just the regular dogs, just the domesticated, just social, a dog that can go to the beach and the parks and the restaurants and to be around children and all of that. That kind of dog requires a different state of mind. It's like a good human is a human that has good peace, good calmness, good confidence, good love, good joy, even if he doesn't have a profession. You see, that's what I'm talking about. When you give this dog, hey, I would like for you to ignore the food on the floor and acknowledge the food that I have in my hands. But at the same time, I want to reward your self-control, your self-discipline, and also your calm surrender. So write down these words because eventually it makes sense, right? It makes sense because you get to see that in the dog. How do I know when I reward the spirit, the instinct, the heart, and the mind of a dog? We need to know. And each one of these 4 worlds has a frequency, right? And so very important that when you are using a tool or when you're using a technique, that you understand that you are paying or you are telling the dog, hey, I want your safest way of being around food. I want your calmest way of being around food. I want your more open-minded way of being around food, right? So safe, calmness, and open-minded. And so with Richie being a German Shepherd mix or whatever, Kelpie, something, these kind of guys, besides having this eager to eat food, they also have this tendency to want it to work for it. Right? So it becomes like a job. Then when they go for a walk, they're looking for food. But in their mind, they're not just driven. They're not just driven. They're also working for the food. And that's why it's very important that we know that when we are redirecting our dogs or with the technique that we're using for redirection, we are paying for the right state of mind. So watch it, enjoy it, practice it, and teach it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and join me on my mission of better humans, better planet.